Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's that time again for my monthly wrap-up. So unfortunately in the month of April, I didn't get very much reading done. I started a new job, I've been super duper busy, so I didn't read much at all and I'm kind of upset with myself about this, but I did still manage to read 3 books and then half of a book and then like half of another book. So let's just dive right into what I read. The first book that I completed was On the Island by Tracy Garvis Graves. I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. This book follows 2 different characters and is told in a dual perspective. So one character is a high school boy and the other character is basically like his tutor slash teacher, and she's probably, I can't remember if she's like late 20s, early 30s, and he's like 17, 16, 17. I don't know. This book covers quite a few years, so they do get much older. But basically what happens is they're both on this plane to go to some island or something where she's gonna tutor him and teach him over the summer because he had cancer and he fell way behind on his schooling, so she was gonna go with his family over the summer to like help him catch up on his school and everything. So the plane crashes and they get stuck on an island together, and it basically follows their relationship and what happens after the plane crashes, and it's so good. I loved it so much. I kind of wish that it didn't progress as quickly as it did. I kind of wish that the book had been bigger or that it had been separated into like a series. I think that we would have gotten a lot more character development and a lot more of their story that way, but I still really loved it. I mean, obviously I gave it 5 stars, so I highly recommend it. It's probably one of the best books that I've read this year. The next book that I read is The Nether Grim by Matthew Jobin. I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. I buddy read this with Diana over at Dee's Journey, and I will link her channel down below. Definitely check her out. She's like my go-to person for buddy reading. We have so much fun doing these things together, and we kind of took our time getting through this book. It took a little bit. I don't really know why, but I guess because of our schedules maybe. We were so busy, but I really did like this book. I'm gonna do a full review on this book and the second book, The Skeleton, after I've read it. I didn't really see the point of doing separate videos for each book, so I'm gonna combine the reviews that I have for both books and just put them into one video, so I'll talk about it more then. And the last book that I read slash listened to is Lies My Girlfriend Told Me by Julie Ann Peters. I ended up giving this book 3 out of 5 stars. I listened to it over the weekend because I had so much to do and I didn't really have time to sit down and read, so I kind of listened to it while I was like doing laundry and household chores. And at first I really loved it. I thought it was excellent. I thought I was gonna give it 5 stars, and then I hit towards like the last quarter of it or something, and I just didn't really like it as much anymore. There was some stuff that I just didn't agree with, and I mean, it was kind of predictable. It was an okay book though. I mean, I do recommend it, but it kind of fell short about a quarter way to the end because it was a little too predictable for me, and I usually can't predict books. So for me to be able to kind of predict this book was like kind of a letdown for me because that never happens. Now for the 2 books that I've been like working my way through. The first one is Hit by Delilah S. Dawson. I made it to page 118 before I started my buddy read with Diana, I think. And this book's okay. I thought it was gonna be great, and then it kind of hit a snag in the beginning, and I've been having a hard time getting around what happened and like looking past it because I don't see how what happened is possible. Like, it just doesn't make sense, and if you read this book you probably know what I'm talking about. But I'm hoping to eventually finish it. I'm hoping that I'm gonna be able to just kind of bypass the little bit that I read in the beginning because I really didn't like it, but I'm gonna try to power through it at some point. And the last book that I've been working on is The Dead House, and it is by John Kurtagich. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I checked this out from the library because the format of the book really intrigued me. It's written in like diary form. I really like that aspect about the book. So far I am almost 200 pages in, and I'm really liking it so far. It's basically about this girl who is in a psychiatric hospital, and it's like building up to this big thing that happened, and I don't really know what it is yet, but she has like dissociative identity disorder, so it's like journaling back and forth between herself and her other self. So it's really interesting. I really like it. It's kind of creepy, so hopefully I'll end up liking this one a lot. So far it hasn't let me down. So those are all of the books that I've read in April. Not too many, but I'm not gonna beat myself up about it too much because at least I got some stuff read, because I'm kind of surprised that I even got as much read as I did, considering that I started a new job and everything. I would say that 3 books in total is pretty impressive considering all of that. But that's gonna be it for this video, you guys. Let me know in the comments below if you've read any of these books and what your thoughts were, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!